Hey guys, Adam here. I'm taking a moment to share some thoughts with you guys on just some practical thoughts on hiring, as I have a little bit of downtime right now. I'm traveling to the U.S. and I've got to hire like 3 people in the next 4 to 6 weeks, and so it's on my mind a lot. And I've done an okay job of hiring in the past 6 or 7 or 8 years or whatever, but I know there's a lot of room for improvement, and there's also been a lot of sort of bumps in the road. I do find that most of my job these days is sort of HR, really, and I like to think of it as managing personalities. And in a lot of ways, that's kind of what it is it's trying to understand everybody's personality, everybody's motivations, and what everybody's sort of looking to get out of this, what I can do for them, what they can do for me. And I try not to sort of look, anywhere past that. However, a lot of the people that are with us, a lot of my team members, they've been with me for a very long time. So it's hard to be detached. It's hard to think of this as any more than just a transaction, an exchange. They're bettering the company and me, and I'm trying to better them in some way. And that thinking is much influenced, that sort of transactional or that sort of exchange thinking is much influenced by something I read not too long ago called The Alliance. And The Alliance is written by, if memory serves, the LinkedIn founders, Reid Hoffman and I always forget this other guy or these other guys' names. In any event, they look at it as an exchange. You sit them down and you create. I can't remember exactly the terminology. I'm in the next little while. I'm definitely going to have to spend some time reading it again. But you basically you create a kind of a proposal where you the business, the manager, agree that you will do this for this person, and that might be set them up so that they are better equipped to enter another job with a different company, which would be fine, which is very understandable. We don't expect that anybody stay forever, kind of thing. That's very unrealistic. So maybe they're looking to use us as a stepping stone for a job at a Fortune 500 or something. So my part of the deal is, hey, I'm going to help you get there. I'm going to help you make the connections to get there. I'm going to, prep you. I'm going to have you learn from our top developers. I'm going to help you, assuming that they're going down the sort of development type path. I'm going to help you, make sure that you absorb as much as possible and work as closely as possible with these guys, so that you'll be better ready. And I think that's really practical. I think being really honest from the start, it keeps things honest, and it keeps expectations realistic, so that people don't get so disappointed down the road potentially. And likewise, on my end, how do I want my company or companies or whatever to be better? How do I want them to make my companies better off than they are right now? What is he going to contribute? If he's a salesperson, is he going to grow revenues by 20%? Or if he's a lead developer, is he going to restructure the way we stage and deploy, or the way we build new software? So the structure whereby we create a vision and then sort of implement against that vision. So what is he going to do after the time he spends with us? How are we going to be better? And we kind of, the way I sort of imagine it, and I've sort of done this in the past, I've done some sort of half-assed attempt at it. Sort of imagine us sitting down and just, you know, we've already sort of got to know each other. We've all, you know, we're sort of in the final steps of the hiring process, and I come to him or her and say, hey, this is what I want. What do you want? And they, you know, they give me a piece of paper with what they want. I get to not only understand their expectations, but just understand them as a human being and as a you know, as somebody who wants to succeed. And from there on, we know what our mission is. He or she knows what his or her mission is within our organization, and I know what I need to do for them to have them leave us, or have them be more prepared for the future. And then so we just execute against that. If you haven't read The Alliance, I do recommend it. I'm doing a shit job of explaining it, but I think that usually what sticks with me is kind of the main sort of theme, and that's what stuck with me. And I'm going to have another read of it, but I hope that in this next 4 to 6 weeks that I can dig back in and actually do a sort of full-assed approach to this instead of my normal half-assed approach, and see how that turns out. And I will, you know, I can't promise that I'll let you know in the short term, but I can certainly try and remember to let you know how it works out in the long term, and I'll make another video at that time. Have a wonderful day, guys. Have a wonderful weekend if I manage to get this on the net today. Probably not. And thank you for listening, as always.